My father was William Henry Miller, and he worked at Meadows, and he was a great man, but then he left his job and became a bookie. To me, he did everything. I was like a princess. And I think to me he was a great father. He led me straight. I wanted for nothing. And then when I got married and my son came along, he did the same thing for my son. Great man. But weren't all the old men great men? They're different, you know. Well, this is what my father used to do every Christmas. He used to save all year long the pennies. Then on Christmas he'd go out in the street and all the kids would come along and he'd throw the pennies. And I was in it.
I've had two. My dad, naturally, who's still there. I mean, he's been gone for years, but he's still in here. And my husband, which I'd be lost without. Absolutely fantastic. He's a good man, comfortable. Dad could put his hand to do whatever he wanted to, and he didn't actually drum it into us, but he more or less said to you, have a go. Some things, when things go wrong at home, when I need to fix something, I get a message in my head, well, have a go, do it, you know. And I do. I don't know how, but there's something that Dad encouraged us to have hands on. He didn't make us, he just, you know, if he went, Dad was a carpenter joiner, so he did a lot of woodwork and stuff like that. And he was able to show you. You could go in, you weren't thrown out the shed or anything like that. I mean, you had to clean up before you started, but I mean, that was just part and parcel of it. And we had a shop, and Dad always said, never stand with your hands behind your back doing nothing. There's always something to be doing, whether it's dusting or cleaning or moving something around. Make yourself active and earn your money. And that's why Dad's, you know, that's why I've always been put my best in when I can, and not sit down and relax too much. Just get in and do something. And Dad gave me a character. Dad gave me a very strong background of what was right and what was wrong.
My paternal grandfather was a man that I admired. I always remembered his very humble beginnings. His mum, my great-grandmother, was a single mum and a bit of a tough little cookie. But my grandfather had a fairly humble and difficult early life, but he lived a very simplistic life. He worked hard. He was committed to community. He served his community and was a good husband, a good father and a good grandfather. I think his work ethic was something that was admirable, and you know, I think we shared a special bond, and you know, not having him around in my early years, he passed away when I was a teenager, and I sort of missed not having him around later on to get more about our family history, and I think he would have shared the knowledge that he had with me. But yeah, he was a man that I admired greatly.